Gold mining is the extraction of gold resources by mining. The exact date that humans first began to mine gold is unknown. But some of the oldest known gold artifacts were found in the Varna necropolis in Bulgaria. The graves of the necropolis were built between 4700 and 4200 BC, indicating that gold mining could be at least 7,000 years old. A group of German and Georgian archaeologists claims the Sakdrizi site in southern Georgia, dating to the 3rd or 4th millennium BC, may be the world's oldest known gold mine. Bronze Age gold objects are plentiful, especially in Ireland and Spain, and there are several well-known possible sources. Romans used hydraulic mining methods, such as hushing and ground sluicing on a large scale to extract gold from extensive alluvial deposits, such as those at Las Medilas. Mining was under the control of the state, but the mines may have been leased to civilian contractors some time later. The gold served as the primary medium of exchange within the empire, and was an important motive in the Roman invasion of Britain by Claudius in the 1st century AD. Although there is only one known Roman gold mine at Dolaucothi in West Wales, gold was a prime motivation for the campaign in Dacia when the Romans invaded Transylvania in what is now modern Romania in the 2nd century AD. The legions were led by the Emperor Trajan, and their exploits are shown on Trajan's column in Rome and the several reproductions of the column elsewhere. Under the Eastern Roman Empire Emperor Justinian's rule, gold was mined in the Balkans, Anatolia, Armenia, Egypt, and Nubia. In the area of the Kolar goldfields in Bangarpet Taluk, Kolar district of Karnataka state, India, gold was first mined prior to the 2nd and 3rd century AD by digging small pits. The Champion Reef at the Kolar goldfields was mined to a depth of 50 meters during the Gupta period in the 5th century AD. During the Chola period in the 9th and 10th century AD, the scale of the operation grew. The metal continued to be mined by the 11th century kings of South India, the Vijayanagara Empire from 1336 to 1560, and later by Tipu Sultan, the king of Mysore state, and the British. It is estimated that the total gold production in Karnataka to date is 1,000 tons. The mining of the Hungarian deposit primarily around Kremnica was the largest of the medieval period in Europe. During the 19th century, numerous gold rushes in remote regions around the globe caused large migrations of miners, such as the California Gold Rush of 1849, the Victorian Gold Rush, and the Klondike Gold Rush. The discovery of gold in the Witwatersrand led to the Second Boer War and ultimately the founding of South Africa. The Carlin Trend of Nevada, U.S., was discovered in 1961. Official estimates indicate that total world gold production since the beginning of civilization has been around 6,109,928,000 troy ounces, and total gold production in Nevada is 2.5% of that, ranking Nevada as one of the Earth's primary gold-producing regions. As of 2017, the world's largest gold producer by far was China with 429.4 tons in that year. The second largest producer, Australia, mined 289.0 tons in the same year, followed by Russia with 273 tons. Despite the decreasing gold content of ores, the production is increasing. This can be achieved with industrial installations and new process, like hydrometallurgy. Trends in some gold-producing countries' annual world mined gold production. 1900 to 2014 gold ore grade evolution. Placer mining is the technique by which gold that has accumulated in a placer deposit is extracted. Placer deposits are composed of relatively loose material that makes tunneling difficult, and so most means of extracting it involve the use of water or dredging. Gold panning is mostly a manual technique of separating gold from other materials. Wide, shallow pans are filled with sand and gravel that may contain gold. The pan is submerged in water and shaken, sorting the gold from the gravel and other material. As gold is much denser than rock, it quickly settles to the bottom of the pan. The panning material is usually removed from stream beds, often at the inside turn in the stream, or from the bedrock shelf of the stream, where the density of gold allows it to concentrate, a type called placer deposits. Gold panning is the most practical and quickest technique for searching for gold. but is not commercially viable for extracting gold from large deposits, except where labor costs are very low or gold traces are substantial. Panning is often marketed as a tourist attraction on former gold fields. Before large production methods are used, a new source must be identified, and panning is useful to identify placer gold deposits to be evaluated for commercial viability. Using a sluice box to extract gold from placer deposits has long been a very common practice in prospecting and small-scale mining. A sluice box is essentially a man-made channel with riffles set in the B.